Disturbed, Voices, Guitar Tabs, and Guitar Lesson. I'll play through all the different sections right at the start. Afterwards, I'll go back through, give all the explanation for it. Please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know that you like this video and want to see more like it. Now let's get on into the lesson. Alright, so just a special tuning note with this song. I'm just going to keep it in a drop D here, D-A-D, G-B-E, just to keep it simple and accessible for everybody. If you want to match up exactly to what the recorded version is doing, they're doing everything I'm showing you here in a drop D flat. So you just need to take everything a half a step further if you want to match up exactly as the recording is doing. So you know they would be D, A, D, G, B, E, D flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. All right, so keeping it simple here, drop D, recorded versions drop D flat. And we'll get into this intro, this fun little phaser intro, and you know, get a little phaser effect on there, nice tempo, sounds good. And we come way up here at this B sus chord, suspended second there, and it's 9s on the low D and the A with the 11 on the middle D. All right, and then from there we just lift off to just 9s for the B5. Come back to 9 low D, 10 on the A, 11 on the middle D. All right, and then we just lift that 11 middle D off to 9, keep the 10A and the 9 low D. And that's kind of a one beat chord to just loop the thing, because we get back to our original chord now. All right, now we come in heavy with everything, second part of the intro, kind of the main riff, I guess you would say. And we're just bouncing between an A to B power chord here, so just 7 to 9, right? And we just crank that out 4 times. All right, and then just we land on a 3 here for the F power chord. All right, and we just repeat that whole thing 3 times, and do most of it again the 4th time, but instead of just landing on that 3, we go to those 3s and do a palm muted quick 3 strumming. Okay, so just a subtle little difference there at the end of the 4th time. When the verse gets going, we kind of switch gears to more just of a single string version of that main riff, you know, just sticking with that low D, 7 to 9s to the 3. We do add this one little bit where at the end of the 2nd time through, instead of going low to that F, we come up high at the 15 for that F. Okay, and then we just go back to the low, and the end of the 4th time, we just do some dead strings. All right, the next section of the verse, it's pretty much the same deal. We just switch kind of back to the power chord style now. And we even include our high 15s with it. All right, and we go back to the low, and then at the end of the fourth time, we just kind of come back off to the 7s, and that leads us right into our chorus. All right, the chorus, 3 chords, pretty straightforward here, and this is really where our drop D tuning comes into handy, because we need this low open D chord here. Okay, then we go to 4s for the F sharp, up to 9s. And we just kind of repeat those 3 chords. All right, the first bridge riff, a lot of fun little back and forths here with some power chords. We start at the 9s, and we go 9s, 7s, 10s, and then we do a 4, 5, 7. All right, just crank that out a handful of times. And then after I think like the 4th one, we do 9s, 7s, 10s, drop down and hit this higher voiced F at the 8 on the A with the 10s on the G. The second bridge riff, a simplified version of what's to come, and we're just kind of hanging out here. We bass on this 9 of the low D. We hit it, and then we do a pull-off from the 12 back to the 9. Then we do a pull-off 10 to 9. Okay, repeat that 12, 9, 10, 9 again. And then finish it with a 10 to 12. All right, repeat it all again. Leave off that final 10 to 12. And instead of doing that final 10 to 12, we just come down and hit that F octave at the 8A 10G. And lastly, we just basically make that last bridge riff bigger by just switching it to power chords. Don't really need to worry so much about the pulling off and hammering on so much, just getting back and forth between the chords. All right, you can make that F a power chord now by adding that 10D. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.